Hi.
Is this gonna be live on my page
It
too?
is. So everyone is gonna tune in. Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Taper Tage. Yeah, people get to know about you now. Now they get
Yeah.
to
We
know
didn't
about you personally.
No.
we didn't want to do we didn't want to
Yeah,
do that.
we did. Oh, wait, are you drinking? We didn't cheers or nothing? Okay.
No, this is water.
Okay, water.
Okay.
Cheers.
Water. How y'all doing?
Okay.
Doing well,
Great.
doing well. Thank you. All right, I'll do our intros. Sorry, we're waiting on Amanda, but I don't know where she is. But yes, welcome everybody to season 3, episode 19. It is Sister Soul Sessions night, so thank you everyone for joining in on time. I know it's a little different time tonight, so ask your questions as we go on. Of course, I'm your host, Brittany, and joined tonight by my sister and co-host.
My name is B, and we're also joined by our special guest.
Yes, Mr. Taper Tage himself.
There ain't nothing special about it
Oh,
whatsoever.
very much so. We're giving you your flowers tonight. So yeah, none of that. This is
What's
all about your flowers
what's
tonight.
happening? How y'all doing?
We are doing well. Thank you for
Good.
asking. How are you tonight? I know you just got done cutting.
Yeah, I did. And I just got hair in my eye. So one of my eyes is like really red and one's normal. It's not because I've been smoking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all
I don't
right.
know.
It's okay if you were just smoking.
I'm not even trying to keep it PG. My daughter might be on here.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah. Yeah, our kids join
Yeah.
too all the time.
Yeah.
But you're fine. She knows you. Anyway, we'll keep it PG though. But I don't know if
what's
you want me to say your
happening?
government. Can I just call you Tage all night? Because that's what I call you.
I like Derell
Okay.
too. Derell's cool.
So
And
Mr. Derrell Harper is joining us tonight.
damn, dog.
Yeah, the
That's
whole government.
happening.
Yes, so we know him as Tage. Thousands ain't good enough. Starting from his rap career to his barber career here, and now owner of 3 barbershops. And tonight we are asking you to join us because we want to learn a little bit about your journey, how you actually accomplished all those things, and how you're maintaining it. Just as inspiration, and like I said, we want to give you your flowers tonight and let you know that we appreciate what you do, Black man, and how you maintain such a wonderful and growing business. So if you would, we're going to hand it over to you just to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about culture.
Um, Culture was started in 2019, maybe about 4 months before the pandemic. Um, it started by me, myself, personally. I had just got tired of working at the barbershop that I was working at, and I wanted change. And then I was like, well, if the guy that owns the barbershop that I was working at can own a shop, I can do this definitely myself. So I just saved up all the money that I was making. I was eating bologna and cheese sandwiches for a little bit, so I could save all the money. And then I saved up about $20,000, $30,000, and opened up a Culture One. And
Wow.
that's it.
And
And
right
when I
before the
opened up,
pandemic?
yeah, right before the pandemic. And when I opened up, I had no barbers whatsoever. Um, it was just me, literally me by myself. But I had 8 chairs. Yeah.
Dang. So you completely opened up the shop. You're the only one cutting. Like, what inspires you to, like, keep going and like know that this is gonna work without anybody supporting you?
Well, shit, I had the clientele. I just had to find hungry barbers, which I ended up doing anyway. I found this girl, and then I found a guy that's still there right now to this day. So he's been working with me all 5 years. Shout out my boy Beto. Uh, yeah, and that's it. Pretty much. That's pretty much the you find the place that you wanna open up a shop, and then you got to find the people. And there's a couple barber schools around here. So what I did is I went to the barber schools and shouted out, talked to the barber school owners,
Oh.
and
Oh, so you
basically,
had like a
yeah,
funnel then from the barber
yeah,
college, like
yeah,
kind of to
yeah, yeah,
your.
yeah. Yeah, I used to work with one of the guys who owns a barber school here. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. Now, with that, I want to kind of get on your name a little bit because this is something that you've carried on. Like I said, since I've known you, I've known Tage for a long time. Oh, Derell, sorry. But I want to talk about I want to talk about your name a little bit. I don't think you get to explain what that means to you and why you go by that, and why like I only call you that pretty much because it to me it's it means something. So can you explain that a little bit?
Well, Tage comes from Contagious, which was my rap name when I very, very, very first started rapping. Long time ago, back in the 1900s. uh, um, and then DJ Quick had a song come out. He's so contagious, he turns my pages. It was DJ Quick and somebody else, and I thought the song was so. I didn't like it. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I didn't like the song, so I started going by Young Tage instead of Contagious, right? And then once I started rapping, I got a little older, so I was no longer young. Once I started cutting hair, I just took the young out and made it taper, so it's Taper Tage. But Tage, I've just made it an acronym. Thousands ain't good enough because I love money. I like to chase money. I spend all day trying to get some bread. Um, I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe it's a
Thank you.
bad
Yeah.
bad habit. Oh, you need to take it. If overwork was a person, that's me. So
Well, yeah.
that's that's
With three shops. Yeah, we will get to that. How much you work. But I kind of want to touch on your personal journey and what I know of you, and that's your role of being a father. And I just want to know, how did that shape your entrepreneurial goals and what you're building for your legacy now?
uh, well, not having a dad and knowing how that feels, right? I don't know if you guys a dad in your life, but not having a dad, it sucks. So I knew I wasn't gonna let my daughter go through that, right? And then her mother isn't like the most outgoing person. Like she doesn't go out too often. So um, it's like if I'm not doing what I do for my daughter, then she wouldn't be able to do what she does or loves to do, which is play volleyball and stuff. She wouldn't have nobody else to take her. So that's pretty much why I do what I do. Um, man,
And
every person who
you're doing
makes
it
a
well.
every person who makes a child should take care of the child, right? Pretty much.
But there's different forms though, because yeah, you can take care of your child like by going to be a manager at McDonald's or being in IT or whatever. But you decided to take that into your own hands and actually build something. What does that mean to you and like the legacy that you're actually leaving her?
It's cool because she likes to braid hair. But I told her if she didn't like to do hair or whatsoever, if she didn't want nothing to do with that, then I'm not going to force her to do it. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not forcing her to do sports. She likes volleyball. I hate volleyball. I'd rather her play basketball, but
Right.
she's doing what she wants to do. So um, I just want to teach her that she don't necessarily, got to be the best A student or big valedictorian to make something of herself. Because I wasn't. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um, and whatever she puts her mind to, she can do it. She can make happen. You know what I mean? And
Yes, for sure. You are a great example. Like I said, she's always in the shop and not only just learning about braiding hair or what you do, but the actual business side of it. I
right,
see that you
right,
actually like show her like, oh, these are the books. Like, you have her doing every aspect of it. So I love to see that and you actually showing her, like you said, you don't have to know all of these things, but here is something that you can build yourself. And like I said, you're expanding, so that's amazing.
right. Nobody knows when they're gonna die, so I always tell. She'll be like, "Why you teach me so much stuff?" And I'll be like, "Hey, if I know it, you got
Mm-hmm.
to know it because
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather teach you than somebody else teach you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she
And
drives
you
in
learned it
everything.
yourself too.
Yeah,
That's what's crazy.
yeah,
And what
yeah.
would you
Why you so
say?
quiet up there?
Oh, she will come in. I do like the first
Right.
half, yeah.
Nah, that's cool.
But what has been
Don't
the
pick
most
on me.
defining?
Don't
Right,
do
right.
that.
It's like, hold on now. Yeah, we try to do it in sections now, so we don't just be talking all crazy. But what has been the most defining moment in your life that pushed you towards the success?
You just said it, having a child. because before having her, I was doing illegal activities. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, and I ain't gonna say what, but so who knows if I would have, you know, been in prison or dead, or who knows the other side if I would have been, the next El Chapo or something,
There you go.
So, but yeah, she definitely grounded me. Like,
Mm.
I know it's cliche, but having a child is like, because before that I could, do what I want, when I want, if I want. Shit, I'm going to fucking Hawaii, I'm going here, I'm going there. But yeah. So when you have a child and you're really taking care of your child, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes you actually push for it.
Yeah, you got responsibilities. You got to mature. You got to mature.
So once you went into, barber college and things like that, was there anybody that inspired you to go in that direction in particular? Or, do you have like a mentor there?
Not necessarily. I did it because my cousin Milton was doing it,
Mhm.
and he's the one who kind of showed me that, um, a barber can basically make his own schedule, and I can come and go as I please. Like, I used to hang out with him at the barbershop.
Mhm.
And that's why I became a barber, because I like the fact that he had a legal job, he could file taxes, you know what I mean? And,
Can file
and
taxes.
he can go
Awesome.
outside, he can go outside and smoke some weed if he wants to. There ain't nobody that's coming,
No,
he's his
for real,
own
yeah.
boss pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um,
And you had like never cut
what?
before that or anything?
No. I never even picked up no clippers before that, to be all the way honest. You know what I mean? And then I just knew I wanted to be a barber though, because shoot, I ain't want nobody telling me what to do. I ain't have a job for like 11, 12 years before that. So
Mhm.
it was like, man, I'm gonna go legal, but I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go
Needs to
on
be
legal on my
similar.
terms,
Right.
right? I'm gonna do what I want to do still. Hey, y'all ain't gonna stop me. You know
Right.
what I mean? So,
No, that's dope.
and which is why a lot of barbers become barbers, because they want to,
Mhm.
you want to be your own boss. You want to come and go as you please, which is why I'm having a lot of issues right now with a lot of barbers. But,
Mhm.
you come and go as you please.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
keeping people actually coming in and staying there like all
Staying.
day and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Staying. And yeah,
Yeah, no.
it's tough.
And with your history and how you started, what advice would you give your younger self now that you know what you know?
Start sooner.
Mm.
Uh, I'm part of an era that's seen like haircuts go from $15 to $40. So, well, with the help of COVID, you
Right.
know, with COVID, nobody can cut in the shop, so price is going to go a little bit higher. You know what I mean? So, um, start sooner, because for the first couple of years, me and my guy Kenny just sat in we just sat in the barbershop playing video games all damn day. And I didn't really.
Dang.
That was like kind of the start of Instagram and all that.
Hmm.
So,
Mhm.
we didn't know
Oh,
that.
before you got yeah.
We didn't know Instagram was going to be a big deal then. You know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
would have definitely started sooner, and just keep learning. True. I feel like all this stuff is cliche. I feel like I just said all this, but yeah, just keep learning. True. Because there's always classes. The school you go to is only going to teach you so
Right.
much. It's only going to teach you, it's only going to teach you this much of the game when it's this much of the game. So there's still a lot to learn. You know what I mean?
And when you mention like Instagram and all of that stuff, like, do you feel like it's difficult with keeping up with trends and stuff now that like once you got in, that did take off, especially with it being pandemic, that was like mainly your clientele or your way of really showcasing the shop and things like that. Do you have a hard time keeping up with that, keeping up with trends, or do you feel like it's just
Um,
a benefit?
I have a hard time doing it because I'm old, but I have like 19, 20-year-old barbers. So, I almost feel like they should know,
Yeah.
they should know more than I know. TikTok and CapCut. And I don't know this shit. But I mean, I do try to learn it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I try to stay afloat. Um, but
I have a
yeah,
question.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I think
yeah,
it's
I
hard.
can't see it now, so go on. I
You
can't see
can't
them.
see you can't
It
see none of
happens after certain time they cut off for me.
the
what
Question.
somebody said.
The question is from Bold Girl. She asks, why a lady cut price the same? We have little heads. So like, have you ever cut like any females' heads, given them haircuts? And if so, is their price different from cutting a male haircut, and why?
For me specifically, I,
Mhm.
uh, it's the same price because I only cut female's head like a fade or something. I don't do like weaves and long hair, and so if a girl comes in, she's still getting a taper. Or some girl, I had a girl come in today, she got a two all over with just a part.
Uh-huh.
So it's a girl, but it's still a boy haircut, right?
Essentially, yeah.
But if a girl came in and she wants, I mean, her hair's all the way down here and she wants layers and she wants A-line bob,
Right.
that should be more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should.
And
It's more.
scissors and all kinds of stuff. So
Mhm.
to answer her question, I just charge per head. It doesn't matter whether it's a girl, a kid,
Yeah, it sounds like
a boy.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering
And these prices
that.
now are
Prices.
just insane too for haircuts.
I mean,
Like,
everything then went up. So why wouldn't, you know, people like to
but like,
trip when I charge more on like if I work on Thanksgiving, I charge more. Well, why wouldn't I charge more? You get paid more if you work on Thanksgiving,
well, tell them.
Okay.
don't you?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
You get double time and a half, so I don't get
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't get that's not just
I feel you on that. I dig that. I dig that.
all right.
Um, and with culture, you know, we see with the brand on, I kind of want to move over to that in your clothing, because I've seen how much that has grown. How did you actually start that? Like, what was the uh, precipice of that? And yeah,
The
why did you do
easiest way possible. I started a barbershop and I knew I needed to promote the barbershop. And I'm not the most talkative person, right? So I just put it on my shirt and I
it?
wore that shirt every day for 3, 4, 5 days. And then somebody said, hey, man, I like that shirt. Can I get one? Yeah, cool. I'm going to go get 25 of them made. You
Right.
start selling them, those 25 go. Well, guess what? Now you got a whole clothing brand. Now you think you're Ralph Lauren.
Right. Yeah. Well, you
I'm
don't
about
really
to
know.
boom. I'm
You
about to sell to the whole city. The whole city needs a shirt. And
no, you do. You really be moving it though.
that's
Like
how
you
it
have so many
started.
different designs
And
on everything. So.
a woman had asked me one time, "Oh, you need to sell." It was Bethel's client, the guy that I'm Bethel. Uh, she said, "You need to sell some women's clothing." So the next time I went to LA, sure enough, on the little street, I passed the women's clothing. So I went and got some fitness clothes. She bought like 2, 3 out, and like I said, I thought I was Ralph Lauren. I still got prints from from way back 3, 4 years
Yeah.
ago. I
That's
think I only
dope.
sold them that weekend, and that was it.
So how do you keep going then, you know, like with that? Because, you know, you have the three barbershops, you're waiting for barbers to come in, you are supplying and paying for all of these clothes, you're creating all these things. Like how do you maintain that?
um, I take every dollar and I reinvest it. I rarely go on vacation. I only go to St. Louis, where um,
East
I go back to East St. Louis
Saint,
every year
East Saint.
for about the last 3 years. But I don't be in Hawaii. I don't be in Mexico. I don't be on no boats. I don't. I mean, I'm a lane. One of my hashtags, lane barber. I say that because I don't really do much besides work. Come, you seen the shirt? I'm boring, baby. I just work and go home. I'm really him.
So
I
how do
don't
you,
be
so
doing.
you don't try to
Don't try like
give yourself a little
reward
balance?
yourself?
Yeah, how do you reward yourself?
Oh, I thought you bleeped it out. I was supposed to say, "Whoa, what happened?" I, I don't be what?
You don't like try to reward yourself. How do you reward yourself?
I
Treat
reward
yourself.
myself
Yeah, do
when
yourself.
I get all the cheers filled because I got 3 barbershops, but only 2 of them are filled. So when I get all of them filled, and then I'll reward myself and I'll be able to pat myself on the back. But until then,
And
oh.
then, but what does that mean? You're just gonna pat yourself on the back, that's it?
Right.
No, I mean I go somewhere, I go do something, I go hang out.
No, he doesn't. You
Right.
But
You don't go away. Just treat yourself.
I mean, I don't like being a tourist, really, to be all the way honest. I don't know if you ever heard that before. I don't like being somewhere. Like I like being. I'll go buy some more 28s for the Chevy before I go.
Oh, that's your
So,
reward. Okay. I feel
you
you.
want me to turn the camera around, show you my reward, walk outside?
Right. Right. Yeah, that's true. That is his reward. So with that, how does the West Coast influence your designs and message behind culture? Because we
Uh,
from East Saint, in case anybody was wondering, we didn't do, all the stuff, but East Saint in here. But you live in the West Coast, so
um, you said, how
how does the West
did the
Coast
West Coast
influence? Yeah.
influence me? I mean, to be all the way honest, there's a lot of gang members where we live. There's a lot of Bloods. There's a lot of Crips, especially like right where my barbershop is. So a lot of my stuff, I mean, I'll be all the way honest, brutally honest. It's blue or red.
Okay.
It's blue or red. She's looking like,
That's
hell,
smart.
hell no.
No, that's smart
Nah, a
though.
lot of
Yeah.
stuff is blue or red, and then I'll make some pink. Yeah, I try to keep it simple because again, I'm not a clothing designer. You know what I mean? I just make clothes to try to promote a barbershop. You know what I mean? Shoot, I'm a no leave no stone unturned type of guy. So I got oh well I got them over there, but I got flyers, stickers, I got a flag, I got a A-frame. Like I feel like shoot until it's going the exact way that you want it to go, that you got to try everything, right? Because
Yeah,
how
the investment in your
you gonna
process.
quit something and then you're gonna be like, man, I should have did this or I should have did that. I should have did that. Nah, you got to try everything, and that's what I do.
It's working for you. But yeah, you have a lot of different designs. So where does that come from then? Are you creating
Um,
that? Because I see the
yeah. I just think of stuff where
mhm.
I mean, obviously everything ain't all the way 100%. Like the North Face logo or the
Yeah, like
Starbucks
that. Yeah.
logo. So sometimes I just copy something or I'll take a picture of it, and then I have a guy who does my designs in Vista, and then I send it to him, tell him my idea, and he'll send that shit back. And then I go take it to my guy Wayne, another guy. He prints these out, the heat transfers, and then as you guys see on my page, I just sit in the back of my shop. So it's not like, I'm staying up countless nights printing, I just do it in between haircuts type shit. So
Mhm.
I don't have a big ass warehouse. I put all this shit in my garage. I go out there, buy about 20 boxes worth of sweaters or shirts, print them up, sell them, make some profit, and try to keep it going. But
With
really,
it being something,
more
mhm.
than the profit is the recognition out in the
Right, yeah.
out in the street. So
And with it being mainly something for marketing, like, do you have a plan for the clothing brand, like next 5, 10 years is something that you want to push forward? Because I think it's dope. Like it actually, like I love your characters that you have, the different, like how you play on different things. Like, is that something you actually want to keep building on and kind of
uh,
push? Because
again, if I can get help with it, I'm doing a lot of stuff on my own.
yeah.
Um, I had someone who was kind of like doing the Shopify and stuff for me, but it didn't all the way work out. It didn't make sense. Pretty much, it wasn't adding up.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, if I can get help, that's just like opening up more shops. If I can get help opening up more shops with actually other barbers, then I'm all for it. But to open up on your own, it's like, it's a headache. It's a lot. It's a super lot.
Okay. Sorry, B. I'll hand it over to you now because I was talking too much, but go on.
You're good. So I was just gonna ask about your podcast. By the way, I do love it, and I was just gonna ask, like, what inspired you to start a podcast, since you have so many other projects that you're working on.
Uh, my guy, belief, belief in fatherhood.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know who that is. If not, check him out. It's Beleaf, belief. Anyway, he inspired me. He lives by me, and he's really successful on YouTube. And one day he was kind of telling me, "Oh man, you need to do this or do that, do this and do that, and you can make it." And so I kind of followed his footsteps, or I followed what he told me to do, um, for a certain amount of time, which is why I don't do it no more. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. It was expensive, but it was cool.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
for
yeah.
sure. It's expensive between like sound and video, you
Yeah,
name it. It
to make it look like it did, it really, really was expensive. So
oh, dang. I was just gonna ask, what was the most memorable or the most impactful episode of the actual podcast, if you have any?
clearly my mom on
Mm,
there. I wasn't on there. My mom and the guy, but he asked her some pretty serious questions. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's probably the most impactful.
now expand why.
Huh?
Why expand?
How was it?
Oh, I mean, you guys gotta watch it. I can't spoil it for you. Hey,
All right, we're
let's
gonna
say,
post it after this.
let's say spoiler alert. Nah, just it explains the rough, a little bit of the rough upbringing. But again, like I always say, it ain't nothing that the next person ain't went through. You know what I mean? So I'm never one of them people to harp on like, oh, I'm like this because of this. You know, it is what it is. So, but yeah, that was the most probably impactful that I can think of. Yeah.
As
Were
far
there
as like
things, was it things that she never heard, you never heard her talk about, or
Um,
was it
I've
just,
only heard her talk about like once or twice. So to
mm,
yet to have her go into stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
mm,
It was
well,
like, yeah, it's on my page. You guys can check it
oh
out.
well.
Like I said, I wanted to do the podcast, but again, I took the podcast money when I stopped doing that, and that's how I saved up enough money to buy the third. Because, like I said, I'm doing it all with no loan. So
Oh,
I was taking the money that I was making,
Mhm.
stacking it up. Okay, let me open up another shop. Remember when I said I thought I was Ralph Lauren?
Yeah.
After I sold my first bet, I don't know. I thought Elon Musk or something in the barbershop world. I just open up another one. Yeah, no. Now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But the bills are paid, the lights are on. We're
that's
good.
beautiful.
It's a little rough, but we're good.
I like that concept though, because instead of you just putting all your eggs in one basket, you kind of allocate the eggs where they go in their respective baskets instead of just saying, all right, so all of these are going to the shops, but then you still have things to work on or to get or to plan out for clothing and then do podcasts. It kind of just like, all right, so they going where they going. All right, I got some money from here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead reinvest that into here. So at least you're moving it around where it needs to go, where it needs to be allocated.
And that's why I own an escort because I want to have an umbrella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's culture.com, culture co.
Mhm.
And then here's a barbershop, here's a barbershop, here's a nightclub, here's a nail shop, here's a whatever, real estate investing, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Oh, beautiful.
So that's what it
And
is.
it all comes back to you full fold. And I was going to ask, as far as your podcast, like, who usually chooses the topics, or is it just one of those things where you kind of just have a open dialogue?
Um, so what Belief had told me was I needed to have an online presence, basically,
Mhm.
right? And
Okay.
then so I hired um, a company. I had a client that worked for a social media company, so that's ultimately why I ended up using that company. I didn't even shop around or nothing. And then they're the ones who said that, oh, you should do a podcast. You know, that's what we'll do for the content. So I found the people to interview,
Mm-hmm.
and then based on those people, I made up the questions pretty much. And then I would ask the people, is there any questions that you specifically want to be asked?
Okay.
So
We never ask
So
that.
then that way, because
Right, so
they might got
no.
some shit. They might got something that they want to get out. You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So, like, ask me about some upcoming project or any of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That's smart. We're gonna take note of that.
We understand how that goes, but as being a host, I would ask you, like, what's been your biggest lesson that you've learned from being a host of a podcast?
uh, my biggest lessons from being a host. Well, I only did it, like I said, for I think 10 episodes or something.
Mhm.
My biggest lesson from being a host. A good question. Uh,
That is a lot of dang work.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, being a host. Yeah, I don't know. Be real.
Mhm.
Be you know. Shoot, you got want to ask somebody something, ask them. You know, and I guess in the beginning I would ask the people like, is there anything that's off limits that you don't want to speak about?
Mhm.
But other than that, be you know, it's a podcast. You got to say some shit to make people want to tune in. You know what I mean? Can't
Right.
be boring, basically. So
That's difficult.
that's why
With you.
no jumper is what it is because you know they gonna get some niggas beefing and whatever the
Yeah.
case
Yeah.
may be.
Yep.
If I
Gil's
was
Arena. Yeah,
if I was
that's my podcast too.
saying this nigga sucks, this shop sucks, and then you guys make that the headline, it's gonna get more views than us just sitting here talking, right?
Hmm.
Niggas like drama. Niggas love drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right about
what else?
that, definitely. But do you feel like you're going to move on with the podcast, or you kind of just want to chill with the
No,
podcast and
I
just
want to
host
do it.
everything
I,
else?
I, I want to do it, but I want to do it like because they didn't smoke or you know they didn't want you drinking like that. So I want to do like a real one. Like
You
I have the
want to be you?
yeah. I'd say I have
Yeah, like
the
the setup and
area
everything. I see.
Oh yeah.
to do it. You know what I mean? It's just I got to find somebody who can do editing and all of that stuff because I can record it,
Mhm.
but I can't edit. I can't edit like at all. Do you guys edit or do you guys just keep it like this pretty much?
We edited
We
it.
edit it ourselves.
Oh yeah, see, y'all smart.
Yep. Yep. It's all in-house. That's why we make it this way, because yeah,
Yeah,
it takes so much more when we have to be in the same area, find people who are only in that area, and we kind of wanted to expand, so we do it virtually so we can have so many different people. But yeah, it still gets edited and
y'all smart,
everything. Still like
smart.
It's not just screwed. I mean, really looking for somebody to edit. I would say try like what is the name of that site?
Five,
Fire.
Fiverr.
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, I was on there, but
Or I can go to Maricosta College, just right around the corner
right.
from my.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, we're
I'm on my
hoping for
way out
big
of.
things
I'm on my
and
way
continue it.
out of cutting hair every day. How I do. I'm not trying to do that. That's the whole point of opening up the barbershop, right?
So
Mm-hmm.
you want to transition to just being the owner and having the umbrella and opening them, but you don't want to
Yeah,
be there every
and
day.
go do some. Yeah, go do some other stuff.
That's dope.
I'm old.
Free up your
These guys
time.
run. These guys run circles around me. I always tell everybody. They be like, "Do you mind if I go to another barber?" Hell no. Go ahead. You're probably not gonna come back. Right?
There you
Yeah.
go. Now you have such a laid back personality. I know that's why people are coming and you make everyone welcome. I know plenty of people personally that have been cut by you and stuff like that, and that's always been, the vibe and what you've created. What shop are you at right now? Which number?
The third one. I'm up in Marietta.
Oh, Marietta.
Remember, I said it's really slow, so that's why we could start at 6:30 as opposed to If I'm out there, then you might get last minute people walking in because that's the shop that's been up for 5 years. So
Mhm. Yeah, I
yeah,
want to talk about that because we are reaching that 5-year anniversary, and you have an event coming up, and I kind of want to give a lot of time for that and promoting that. I know you have an Eventbrite link in your bio for people
yeah,
to attend.
and
Can you talk a little bit about
the
it?
Embright, the Eventbrite is for the education part of um the anniversary. We got a lady coming in. She does the man units where they
Oh,
shave all of it off.
yeah, yeah.
And they teach you how to glue it in and put the little wave thing on or whatever. We got another guy that does designs. I'm actually speaking about like the business side of barbering. Um, Carly Carly Cutts that works there. She's the one who's actually putting it on. She's the one who went out and got all the people
That's
to
amazing.
do it or whatever. So it's pretty much she putting it on for culture. Um, Shout out to Carly. Uh,
Is that open
yeah,
for everyone? Is it
yeah, that's
just,
open for everyone. It's January 5th. I think that's the same day Donald Trump
yeah.
goes into. So if you voted for Donald Trump, it's a party for you. If you didn't, it's a party for you. Just come hang out. It's that culture one. We cooking is gonna be there. My other dude, Juan, he got some Puerto Rican food. I can't think of the name of his thing right now. But if you go to my page, Taper Tage, it's right there. The link is in there. Right.
Yep.
I
January
don't know.
5th, everybody. Culture One. That one's in
Okay.
Vista.
No, in Oceanside.
Oceans, yeah, sorry.
Uh,
It's the same place to me.
you can walk to Tri City Hospital if you get too fucked up. I mean, too faded. Sorry.
No, you're good.
PG.
No, you're fine. But kind of speaking about your space and what you've created and how it's actually a lounge. I actually like that you say Barber Lounge. And it is like a place that you want people to come and hang out and you create a whole culture yourself. Can you talk about how you got that inspiration and why you created it that way?
'Cause barbershops are boring. And, you know, man, I'm always trying to find any kind of way to be different. I just want to be different. I ain't trying to be cool or like my daughter said, why you always try to stand out? I'm not trying to stand out. I just don't want to be a sheep and just be like everybody else. Everybody has 13-inch wheels. I'm going to put 28s on my shit. You know what I mean?
Always.
I just want to be a little bit different, you know? So I only got hair in the back, but not in the front. I just want to be a little different, just a little bit. And I'm not all the way different because there's people who got that, or there's people who got big.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to be a little bit different.
No, it's a
That's it.
dope concept. And like, yeah, like you created an actual space and like place where you can actually hang out.
And also, you can drink, and there's also sports always. I
Ooh.
mean, it's a traditional barbershop, but you can drink beer, or, you know, we got clients that ain't even coming to get their haircut, but they're going to come on Friday, bring a bottle or
Oh,
bring a
you got
six pack because, you know,
Checker Fred. Okay, you
yeah,
got
the
a Checker
game
Fred that come
is
in.
on. You know what I mean? Chill out, hang out,
That's dope.
do some
Yeah,
dice
because
shit.
in our experiences, we get, like a champagne or, you'll get your nails and toes done. You have those experiences. So you're creating that. A
Right,
lot of men don't get to experience, an
right,
actual
right, right,
place to
right, right,
come,
right.
and it's not just oh, I'm trying to get married and be gone. So, no, I love that concept. And we used to have, the barbershops and the beauty salons or places where you did congregate and you did get to come and hang out. Like I said, Checker Fred from, the barbershop movies, like those things are missing. And I love
Yeah,
that you have recreated that. Hmm.
that's why I don't do appointments. I want you to come and sit down and have to talk to your neighbor, you know what I mean? But it never really happens. You look up, there's 18 people on their phones
On
and
their phones,
shit,
yeah,
all
yeah,
like this,
yeah.
everybody like this.
Right.
But yeah, nah, I don't take appointments. Just come, hang out, chill, relax.
And that is very different that you don't take appointments. Where do you feel like that stems from, just because you want to keep the clientele going, or is that just something you've always like made a point you didn't want to
Yeah,
have?
because when I started, we didn't have appointments. So I just really don't do it, and everyone else does. Again, trying to be different.
Mhm.
Um, I actually realized taking appointments, it manages your time a little bit better. But if you're the owner, right? Well, let's say you got 8 barbers and nobody has an appointment at 10. Is anybody going to come in at 10? No, right? So somebody's got to be there to open up the shop. Somebody's got to be there to close the shop, type shit.
That's a good, no, that's a good mentality. Because yeah,
So
I
as an owner,
probably,
you either pay somebody to be the manager, and so they can make sure, now it's on you. I'm paying you for that position, pretty much.
Mhm.
So
it's beautiful. I want to give time for our last question, but before I ask that one, what is a piece of advice that you would give someone looking to open their own shop or start this journey?
um, discipline. That's it, and fall in love with it. Like I said, I love what I do. You know what I mean? Unless I'm in pain, I have foot surgery. I'm assuming from standing too much or whatever the case may be. I couldn't exactly pinpoint what had happened, but if I'm feeling good, sure. I love coming to work and making money. Like I said, I love the fact that you make money right away. Like it ain't no, I got to wait on my paycheck. FIFA then took this.
Here you go.
No.
You still have that same mentality that you have,
Yeah,
so I get it.
and it's
And
legal.
right.
It's legal.
Well,
Police can get behind me right now. I got $1,000 on me. But guess what? I got some barber pictures, and that's what I do, Betty.
Oh
You need
yeah,
a hair. You
because
need
those
a haircut?
rims, because those 28 rims, they still get behind you a little bit.
Like, yeah, bro, I got it on me. Here, Betty, you need a haircut?
Yeah. No, that is amazing. And B, if you want to ask the final one before we put all of his promo stuff in our chat.
Bree, I don't ever
That's why I make you
answer
do
the question
it.
correctly. Oh
That's why
my
I make
God.
you do it every time.
All right, so this is the last question. It takes some time to kind of think it through.
Yes,
So,
I ship my culture clothing. Just send me your address, Debbie. Quit playing.
Right. He's
what?
like, I know you, girl. Yeah, I can't see the comments, so yeah, I know how much time we're doing.
Okay. It's from Debbie M. Cakes asking, do you ship your culture clothing?
Yeah, I already answered her.
Yes, he said send your address. But the question is, if you could write a
Nope.
memoir of your life up until this point, what would be the title and why?
That's why we give you time. No, think about it. We're going to put all of your information into our chat so people can follow, like, share, schedule, or you have to just show up because he won't take your appointment anyway. It is, but also, we want to make sure that you guys show up January 5th, Oceanside Culture One. He is having
Right,
his 5-year anniversary, and it's going to be a learning experience. So if you're looking to, especially those man units, those are $1,000 appointments. So if you don't know about it and you are, in that field or not, I would definitely want to attend some of those type of seminars. And of course, just support culture and his 5 years. That is such a big accomplishment.
I'm boring.
It's not
Sounds
I was
boring.
going to
Whatever it would
say,
be.
boring.
no, I mean, it would be Derell. Just literally my name. I already thought, you know why? Because, you know, I used to do music, right?
Mhm.
And I thought about making some more music. And I was thinking, damn, well, if I came out with a whole nother album, what would I name it? And I would just name it Derell. Just literally Derell. That's it.
Okay.
Why would it be important to use your name this time?
Because I'm old and
I
that's
can't
who
stand
I am.
him at all. I cannot stand him at all.
This is Derell. Like, shit. This
So
is
it's
me.
self-titled and really like
Yeah,
showcasing yourself instead of, yeah.
Derell. I actually like my name, Derell.
I never call him Derell. I call him D. I call him Tage.
Everything but the
My mom calls me Tage a lot too. I'm not,
really.
He's Derell in my phone, but yeah, he won't be. I won't ever call him that.
appreciate y'all. I got to get in this big old Chevy and drive about 30 minutes that way.
Woo.
All right. right.
You be safe then. We definitely appreciate you stopping through and having this conversation and allowing us and our followers to get to know a little bit more about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much. And thank you everybody for joining us. That is episode 19 of season 3. It was an absolute pleasure. And again, we want to give you your flowers and just let you know we appreciate you so much. And everybody visit again, January 5th is going to be Oceanside Culture 1. Go to Taper Tage on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. He is literally everywhere, so you can't miss it. And he has a huge truck that says culture on it. So, like I said, you can't miss him. And let's support a wonderful entrepreneur that is doing the damn thing. And we truly appreciate you.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
everybody, for stopping.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah, I was
you.
trying to turn it around. My bad. I got you.
Thank
I
you so much.
I see y'all later.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
Bye.